All right, everybody, I want to bring it back to the rookie here for a second. And, I know there's a lot of hype and a lot of buzz. And, we've seen kind of mixed reviews with a lot of freshmen breaking into the league over the last few years, right? I mean, you look at some of these guys with the hype trying to make that jump, and they're kind of underwhelming debuts. Some set the league on fire. Look, I really think they've got a chance to see and have something special with this kid. I've really liked where his game's at, but I would also say this. Let's not panic if he gets off to a slow start, right? It's his first year in the greatest league on the planet in the sport of hockey, right? So let's just maybe temper our expectations. If he doesn't have 50 goals in the first 20 games, let's not write him off as a bust. But I am very confident that they have got a special player in this young man. He's a forward. I think he is born to score goals, and he will find a way to light the net very quickly in this league. A lot of people jumping in on the text line here, weighing in with their thoughts. Now let's take a look at some of the rest of the action tonight in the NHL. The Ducks were hoping to play spoiler against the Flames. Calgary put on a show offensively in the win. The Rangers were on the road to take on the Maple Leafs. The New York Rangers took this one with a strong defensive effort in their own end. The Kraken played a game against the Flyers. Philadelphia played great defensively, but it was an extra special performance in goal as they get the shutout win. We got to take a quick break, but we got a lot more coming your way next. All right, everybody just needs to stand down, right? Can we all just stand down now for all the panic and worry that, when's that first goal coming? It's there, right? Okay, do it with me, everybody. All right, because I am like a yoga master. Actually, not really, but I at least can collectively go, all right, kid scored, all right? He's on the score sheet in the National Hockey League. And there's going to be a lot more where that came from, okay? So let's just all chill. All right, go ahead. Let me hear from you. Let's go to the phones here now. You know what? And that's a great point, and thank you very much for the call there, Jackson. And you know, when you look at some of the players out there and the young players in the league that are making people take notice, I think you have to look at him and what he has done so far in his early steps in the National Hockey League. You know, up front, he's finding a way to the net. He's finding a way to engage. You know, he's also showing a two-way game. And for young players, you don't see that often. That usually takes a lot longer, and I've been really impressed from what I've seen from this young man in his early steps in his career in the National Hockey League. All right, back to the phones we go. We've got Dylan on line 5. Hey, Dylan. You know, and I want to say this. I want to go back to the whole notion and the conversation about the sophomore slump, because from what I've seen so far in his second year, that does not exist. Does not exist so far from this young forward, right? I mean, he shows up and he competes, and the consistency in his game. Look, it's a long season. I get it. And a lot can happen between now and the finish line. But to me right now, the idea of a sophomore slump, yeah, preposterous. How does that sound, all right? Is that convincing enough for you? Preposterous. I just love that word. But anyway, no sophomore slump here, okay? Let's move on. Back to the phones we go. Levi, how are you? Well, some fun, some drama, a little bit of everything on the ice tonight. Let's take a look at some of those scores around the league. The Blue Shirts look to run roughshod over the Oilers. Edmonton turns in one of their stronger efforts of the year and pick up the win. The Devils faced off against the Kings. New Jersey proves to be a little too much on this night, and they pick up the 2 points. The Predators were hoping to quiet the crowd on the road against the Canucks. Nashville takes this one in a tightly contested affair and the bragging rights to go with it. We got to take a quick pause for the cause, but we got a lot more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show, everybody. James Cebulski with you, and as promised, my broadcast partner in crime, Ray Ferraro, who I know has missed me so much, joins us on the line. How are you, man?
I have not missed you at all, James. Not at all. Doing good, though. Doing good, man.
Awesome. Are you not surprised at the conversation already surrounding the Calder here after the first month?
A little bit, but I think it's because these kids come into the NHL now and they're better prepared to perform and produce than they've ever been. I mean, this is just a few weeks into the season, and you've got people so excited about the way these kids play, and in particular, the rookie here has been outstanding. Man, there's a long way to go, but he's a front runner already.
Yeah, no, he has looked really impressive in the eyes, and you know, we've talked about him a lot in the broadcasts, and he has certainly been an encouraging talent. Ray Ferraro joins us here on the line there. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
We had a chance to see a couple of different looks from the squad at morning skate. What was your takeaway from that?
Well, I think everybody's focused in on that top line. The first line now contains the rookie who has shown some real good offensive instincts, and this will be a great chance for him to play in that spot tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he responds in that offensive role. He's going to get those minutes, and we'll see how things kind of play out. A couple of other things that... And I'll be very curious to see how the youngster goes into his sort of baptism of fire with this rivalry. I mean, you think of the history between these two teams, no love lost between either side. The fans always get amped up for this one. This is going to be a different adjustment for the intensity as to what this youngster's going to be used to from some of the other games that he has played to this point. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really curious to see how he responds to the challenge here. Now, some of the other key matchups as we look ahead. Now, if you're looking for a consolation prize despite the loss, look at the way the youngster played. Oh boy. I really thought he was one of the best players out there, and when you go into a hostile environment like that for the first time as a young player in a rivalry game, you're not sure what you're going to get. You got one of his best performances, I thought, of the season from what we've seen in his young career. I really liked his game, played really well, was a difference maker for his team. Let's see where that goes from here, but that's got to be a nice boost to confidence. One area I didn't like in this one. All right, at this time, let's get you caught up on all the action on the ice tonight. The Blues were hoping to take a bite out of the Stars. Dallas pounded their opponents into submission with a big offensive output. The Devils were hoping to grab 2 points up against the Lightning. Tampa treated everyone